Speaking in his signature style, Howard begins. Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the premier destination for incisive analysis and compelling discussion on the world of sports. I'm your host, Howard, and we're delighted to have you join us today. As we dive into the latest news and updates from across the sporting landscape, get ready for a journey that will inform, entertain, and perhaps even challenge your perspectives. Let's start with a story that has been making waves in the golfing community. Adam Svensson has set a tournament record with an opening round 60 at the 3M Open, leading by one shot. This exceptional performance underscores the competitive depth and talent pool in professional golf, where athletes continually push the boundaries of excellence. In other news, the Mariners have reportedly acquired Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks for 2 pitchers, marking a significant move as trade deadlines approach. This transaction reflects the strategic maneuvering that characterizes Major League Baseball as teams position themselves for success both in the short term and over the course of the season. Meanwhile, in college sports, the rivalry between USC and Notre Dame is set to expire in 2026, with no clear indication of its continuation beyond that point. This development highlights the evolving landscape of collegiate athletics, where traditional rivalries are being reassessed against the backdrop of conference realignments and changing priorities. Additionally, Kansas basketball coach Bill Self has undergone a medical procedure to treat blocked arteries, receiving 2 stents. We wish Coach Self a speedy recovery and acknowledge the importance of health awareness, especially among high-profile figures whose influence can promote wellness initiatives. NASCAR fans are gearing up for an exciting Friday at the Brickyard in Indianapolis with a packed schedule that promises thrilling action on the track. And for those interested in betting trends, our expert picks and analysis for upcoming games, including the Mets at Giants and Dodgers at Red Sox, are available to help inform your decisions. These stories represent just a glimpse into the dynamic world of sports, where each day brings new challenges, achievements, and dramas. On Howard's Opinion, we're committed to exploring these narratives in depth, providing context, insight, and opinion that enriches your understanding and enjoyment of the games you love. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're glad you're still with us as we dive into the world of sports and explore some exciting stories. Our middle segment today takes us to the New Orleans Saints, where quarterback competition is heating up. The team, led by new head coach Kellen Moore, is looking to turn things around after a disappointing 5-12 season last year. Now, let's talk about this quarterback situation. The Saints have 4 young QBs vying for the top spot, and Coach Moore is taking a unique approach. Instead of establishing a clear hierarchy early on, he's letting the players compete and develop as equals. This strategy has its benefits, as it allows the coaching staff to mold each player and see who rises to the top. The quarterbacks in question are all relatively new to the league, and they'll be working with an experienced offensive staff, including Coach Moore himself, who's a former NFL quarterback. The team's offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier, and QB coach, Scott Tolzien, are also former NFL signal callers, so these young players are in good hands. But it's not just about the quarterbacks. The rest of the team is eager to see how this competition plays out. Established players like receiver Chris Olave are confident that whoever emerges as the starter will have their full support. As Olave said, the quarterback is the heart of the offense. Whoever's back there, we're going to have full confidence in. Meanwhile, a brief scuffle broke out during practice between veteran receiver Brandon Cooks and defensive back Alontae Taylor. It's not uncommon for tensions to rise during training camp, but it's something to keep an eye on as the season approaches. In other Saints news, we're counting down to kickoff, and today's player of the day is linebacker Isaiah Stallbird. This versatile defender brings a unique set of skills to the table, having played both safety and linebacker in college. He'll be fighting for a roster spot during training camp, but his agility and scheme versatility make him an intriguing prospect. That's all for this segment, folks. The Saints are looking to bounce back from a tough season, and with Coach Moore at the helm, they might just have what it takes to make some noise in the NFL. Stay tuned for our final story of the day right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're wrapping up today's show with a look at the latest news from the world of baseball. The Seattle Mariners have made a significant move, acquiring first baseman Josh Naylor from the Arizona Diamondbacks, in exchange for two pitchers, Brandon Garcia and Ashton Izzy. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Josh Naylor, isn't he just an average player? But let me tell you, folks, this guy has got some serious talent. He's hitting .292 with 11 homers and 59 RBIs this season, which is no small feat. And if you look at his numbers from last season, he was an all-star with 31 home runs and 108 RBIs for the Cleveland Guardians. This move could be a game-changer for the Mariners, who are currently sitting in second place in the All-West with a 54-48 record. They're looking to make a push for the playoffs, and Naylor's bat could be just what they need to get them over the hump. On the other hand, the Diamondbacks are clearly looking to rebuild, and this trade is likely just the beginning of a larger fire sale. They've got several players with expiring contracts, including third baseman Eugenio Suarez and pitchers Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen, who could all be on the move in the coming days. So, what does it all mean? Well, for one thing, it means that the Mariners are serious about making a run at the playoffs this year. They're not content to just sit back and wait for next season. They're taking action now to try and win. And as for Naylor himself, he's got to be excited about the opportunity to join a team that's actually competing for something. He's going from a last-place team to a contender, and that's got to be a thrill for any player. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.